Looks like I accidentally hit the live button. I didn't want to go live for a few more minutes, but I guess we're going to go a little early and just chat for a while so people can come on. I'm not sure how early I am. I think good 10 minutes. So let's see. Got to get the lights all going and everything. Because, hey, I wasn't prepped. Yep, definitely an extra 10 minutes there. So, like I said, I accidentally hit the button, so we're a little bit odds and ensy here. Because I was just coming out to start the video when I accidentally hit the button. And we went live before I was ready to. So bear with me while we sit here and play with stuff for a while. Hi, Jenny. Hi, Linda. Hi, Donna. So we are going to open the Sunken Treasure Companion Bundle number 4. That came in the mail yesterday. But we'll worry about that a little closer to time. I'll be right back. I'm going to get me some water. Good show. Knocked something down. Got to go fetch it now. Luckily, what I knocked down was one of the packages from Randy, which is always really well wrapped, so I'm not worried about anything inside it. I have to clean up my mess. It's getting too bad. Everything gets knocked over half the time. So, what one is this one? Oh, it's the newest one with pretty blue crystals in it. So, probably why it was on top and got knocked over. So, how are folks doing this morning? Hey, Rosemary. Can everybody believe it's already the 2nd of July? It just doesn't seem possible that we're already in July. I'm actually doing pretty good considering that I woke up in the night with my knee just aching. I have arthritis in both my knees, and one of them was just telling me it didn't want to do anything, including bend. So I was not happy about that. It kept me up for a little while. Had to get up and take a few ibuprofen to ease it off some so that I didn't feel like it was keeping me awake. And for those who don't know, I've had some new medication for my diabetes, and I've been having some problems with it, but that seems to be easing off too, thankfully. So last night I didn't feel as ill as I frequently do with it, but where are you at, Linda, that you have the hot muggy? We've been having thunderstorms here, and I mean yesterday all day long, thunderstorm after thunderstorm, and It was sort of nutsy. Oh, my blood sugar is a little low this morning. I may have to go get something to munch on before we start here. Down below here where you can't see, I was testing my blood sugar. So, may have to go get me a cookie or something. So, did we? Central Kansas. Ooh. Isn't that part of Tornado Alley? I hope you guys aren't having any problems with that. I hear there's a hurricane heading towards the Gulf. Heard it's turning towards Mexico. So, hi, Anita. So that's hopefully what it's going to keep doing. But, hey, Amy. And we're back. I went and got me a granola bar. Figured that would give me a little bit of sugar. So, you know how I'm always saying I think that the kits should have pearls in them because Sunken Treasure should have pearls, right? Well, this one has, I can see some pearls in this one, so that's cool. Oh, well, welcome in, Amy. Hey, Gloria. I saw somebody else pop in, too. Who else popped in? Oh, Kimberly. Hi, Kimberly. After I got off here yesterday, I made another video with my Softflex kit for another bookmark, using one of my blanks this time. But I haven't posted it. I'm trying to decide when I want to post it. I suppose I could post it anytime, like my normal ones. See, here it is. This is the one I made yesterday on a video. So I need to decide when I want to put that video on. If I want to just wait and put it on as one of next week's videos, or if I'm just going to put it on in like one of my normal spots. Oh, Missouri. My mom and daddy were both born in Missouri. My mom in Springfield, and my dad was born in Idaho and then moved to Missouri when he was a young man. And I have never been. I have been as far as Wisconsin, across the top through Montana here, then to the Dakotas, and then into Minnesota and Wisconsin, because my husband's from Wisconsin, so we've gone through there a bit. Hi, Donna. But I haven't gone to Missouri. I do know I have family still over there, though most of my aunts and uncles have already passed on, unfortunately. Um, which, considering that my mom turns 94 this year, that's not really surprising. So, oh, there we go. We're at 8 o'clock now. If we want to start, we can do that, especially since we have quite a few folks on. Hi, Dorothy. Um, like we say, and Beth. I'm just sitting here waiting since I accidentally pushed the live button and came on 10 minutes sooner than I was going to. So we just been sitting here chatting for all you new folks. Yes, she's 94 this year, and she still gets around fine. She lives in her own house, though my youngest sister lives with her. Well, actually, I guess it's my youngest sister's house now. Mom signed it over to her when she came down to live with her, so that Mom wasn't living by herself after my dad passed away. So, um, so yeah, she still gets around during the day. She even drives still. She won't drive at night anymore. She doesn't feel safe driving at night. But yeah, amazing lady. I am really blessed to have her in my life. So she is who I made the bookmark from Softlex for in our book lovers kit that I got this and I painted it. My mother loves hummingbirds, so I have painted the hummingbirds for her. So this is for her. Her birthday is this month, so I need to get that sent off to her. So yeah, she's a pretty cool lady. Um, tough old lady too. She's still got some of her red hair even, and she doesn't dye it. So it's like she's just really cool. And there are 6 of us kids, all girls. Mom raised us upright. So July birthdays are the best. Are you a July birthday, Kimberly? My live chat keeps turning off, so I have to turn it back off so I can see what you guys are saying to me here. Ah, the 14th. My mom's way at the end of the month. 26th, I think. If I remember right. I'm gonna have to remind myself of that. No, it's the 28th. So towards the end. I myself am an August baby. Are you a July baby also, Beth? With us summer babies. So, yeah, my birthday is August 9th. No, it's a birthday that my family seems to have. 2 of your daughters are in July also. That's cool. And I miss tacos. And so, my birthday is a little bit of a confusion. Hi, Linda. Oh, you're a July baby also. Wonderful. My birthday is a little bit of a confusion in my family because, hi, PK. I'm born on August 9th. My grandmother was August 10th, and my grandfather was August 11th. So my mother always had a hard time remembering which of those 3 was mine. So she'd throw them in the middle. My birthday usually got landed on the 10th, even though it was the 9th, but that's all right. I got used to it. Susie's a December baby. Now, how close are you to Christmas, Susie? Now, I know I have an aunt that was born on Christmas Eve. I never really liked the fact that she was, because she said it was always a gyp because she got combined Christmas birthday presents, and it was she didn't really care for that. Oh gosh, and you are too. My dad was a March baby also, Jenny. So, I myself have a January baby, and my grandson is February. So, we're, and then as far as my sisters are concerned, did Rebecca come in and I missed seeing her come in? As far as my sister is concerned, oh gosh, yeah, Kimberly, exactly. You were a month early in November, PK. Well, I hope that you didn't get any problems from being born early like that. My grandson was born almost 2 months early, and he is autistic, and they suspect it had something to do with that. And his immune system is screwed to beat the band, but oh dear. I'm glad to hear that, Susie. So many December babies get lost in the shuffle. And I have a sister that was a New Year's baby, and even her birthday was a little bit, you know. So yeah, it's just sort of a weird thing when you have a holiday birthday kind of thing. Um, Especially when it's Christmas. I mean, other holidays, it's not, it doesn't appear, anyway, to me, it doesn't seem to be that much of an issue, but Christmas babies are, I think they sort of get lost in the shuffle, and that's just not fair. Oh my, Dorothy, you too. We have quite a few Christmas Eve babies here, don't we? Well, now that we've chatted for quite some time, let's turn down and we'll open this Sunken Treasure kit. Oh, that's good, Kimberly. Okay, here we go. Come on, baby, turn. Hi, Tina. So, lots of fun birthday stuff going on. So, here is our Sunken Treasure Companion Bundle number 4. Cost me $38. Now, like all the rest of the sunken ones, it doesn't have its own list, so we have to go through our list of goodies that are listed in pink this time. So let's put our bag back here so we can just drop things into it. So it says the first thing is 20 pieces of bead caps. That would be these guys. Let's get a tray out so I can dump them in so you can see them better. So looks like I got some purple paint on this one. So these are the bead caps. These are nice bead cap. I like this shape. Hey, Cynthia. That's cute, Jenny. So, hey, Cynthia. So, anyway, this is the first item in our Sunken Treasure, bead caps. Those are a nice bead cap. I like them. So, next is way down here is a 13-inch strand of 4mm crystal faceted bicone beads in opaque turquoise green shimmer. Okay, I'd say that's this guy. 3454. Yep, that's right. So there we go for that. Then 10 pieces of 6mm crystal faceted flat square beads in apricot AB. Ah. Oh, there are little squares. I thought they were little rectangulars, but they're like a coin because they're squished down, but they're flat. Those are cool. That must have taken a lot of work, Kimberly, to make a turkey-shaped cake. There's our little square beads. Okay, then our next one is 16 pieces of 8mm check pressed glass Druk round beads in opaque turquoise with a gold splash. That would be these guys. Interesting. I wasn't sure if the gold was just on top or part of the bead. I think it's just a coating, but it's pretty. It's not something I'm used to seeing on things. Next is 6 pieces of 15mm check pressed glass coin beads in a carnelian silk swirl. That's these guys. Now we had a different swirl, like a more of a, if everybody remembers when we opened one of the other boxes and we had these beads, but in a more of a blonde color. Oh, I was thinking I might have them here beside me, but I don't. They're in the bedroom. I was designing. I always design in the bedroom for some reason. I bet so. Okay, now we're at this one down here. 4 pieces of 10 by 14mm check pressed glass top drilled teardrop beads in a light yellow with a gold topaz luster. And only 4 pieces, huh? Oh, look, we got more turtles. Ah, I bet that's these guys. 4 pieces. Fix 6, 5, 7, 8. Yep. Now these are top drilled. I've never been a big thrill of a top drill, but they're pretty. There's 2 reasons I don't like a top drill that much. Number 1, unless I'm going to hang it right in the wire where it's, with other beads around it, then you have to wrap it somehow. And I always fear the top. I'm going to break the top of them off. And I don't like doing briolet wraps. They look messy to me, and I hate messy. Which is silly, but I do. Okay, now we have 6 pieces of 19 by 7mm check press glassed oval beads in a teal opal. I think I saw those. There they are. Yeah. Boy, those are pretty. I like those a lot. This color is stunning. I'm usually not a greener person, but I really like the color of these beads. Aren't they pretty? Oh, did you, Beth? I've had mine for a little while. I like it. I pulled all my cards out, but I haven't done anything with the cards. I considered just pulling some out when I didn't know what I wanted to do and just grabbing the deck and just shuffling them and pulling 3 or 4 out and see what kind of what kind of gemstones they were more or less telling me to use. But I haven't done that yet, but I may still. Those are pretty, aren't they? But that is the 6 pieces of teal opal beads. Next we have 2 pieces, 26 by 15 check table cut glass flat oval beads in Sienna Picasso. Come on, open up. Oh, those are sunk in. I was going to say, I thought those were sunk in, but they don't look like it. But they are just a little bit. Got the Picasso in the middle here and on the sides. Well, those are some pretty big beads, and you're going to want to use them for something special. A focal or maybe an earring. Could make an earring. I don't know. Have to think about it. My lights do not want to light these quite the way I want them to. There. I've got beads slipping over here on the side, so I think that's why this one lights out weird. Hard punch. Hopefully that'll help a little bit. So anyway, we're at down here, 4.5 inch strand of 7mm check press glass flower caps in teal opal. Well, this is about the same color as the other one. These are little flowers, but their hole is through the middle of them, so they sit like, well, like they're on the strand here. So oh, so yeah, this was the last one that they put out, but I was like shocked when there was a bundle number 4. When they first started putting them out, you just got one. There was just one extra bundle. Then it started being 2 extra bundles, and you were lucky if you catch one because I think they only make like 50 of them. And then bundle number 3 came out for Blooming Branches, and I was thinking, oh, 3 for that one. I think I missed one of those. I might have got them all, but I think I did miss one. But and then 4 here for Sunken Treasure. They keep going like that. We'll have 5 or 6. So there is the teal flowers. That's the last of this page. So let's get the page flipped. Then we have 6 pieces of 22 by 19 swirled links in antique bronze. I think that's this one. Now, we had some of these in one of the other ones too, I think, because I remember looking at them saying, well, you know, we could just use them as a bracelet connector. Would look cool with this in the middle, and maybe even just some chain or just one strand of beads to the back, but you could put either 1 or 3 strands across the front. Maybe that's what we'll do today. So, or you can make them as an earring, use it as a chandelier with 3 dangles or just 1. Or a necklace connector as well with 3 strands. So definitely things you can do with it. Now we've come all the way down to this one. Gems 5365 is 4mm faceted round peach moonstone. That would be our little guys right here. Now these are on a string, which tells me they have a little hole. Peach moonstone. I love a moonstone. Peach is not my favorite one. I prefer the rainbow moonstone. It has a better flash, but These are sure pretty. Well, there's a really cool one in there with some gray on it. And that one has a flash. So there we go. There's our peach moonstone 4mm. In you go, baby. Then we have a 15-inch strand of 8mm Amazonite. Here's our Amazonite. Mainly blues, but we do have a few odds and in colors, like this brown one right here. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. I hope it goes well, Rosemary. Well, I hope your appointment goes well as well, Beth. I have an appointment today too, but it's not a doctor's appointment today. My appointment today is one of my artists club's members is doing her first outdoor event, and she needs some canopy weights. And so she polled the group to see if anybody had any extra ones that they could loan her or give her. And I have like 4 sets. I'm always trying different ones. So I'm real happy with the ones I have now. So I told her that I had some, but she'd need to get some sand because they're the sandbag style. So she said that would work for her. So I'm going over to take those to her today. She said it's her very first outdoor show. So I'm going to show her how to use the bags when I take them over to her. So the next is glass 1153, a 15-inch strand of 6mm glass round beads and matte apricot. Now, unless I'm really mistaken and don't remember, and my brain is fried or something, I think we got some of these matte apricot ones in 8 or maybe even 10mm in one of the other kits. So I'm sort of sorry I don't have them here beside me. I only have the original one here. But, yeah. So that's matte apricot. Now we have the 6mm glass windows beads in the coral orange. And this is the same one, I'm fairly positive, as is in the original. I do have the original beside me, so let's, well, actually just flip it over because there they are, number 13. Number 13, this is the original ones. So this is the same as in the original. So now we have extra ones of these if we need to like do them for color blocking or something. So that's always cool. In you go, baby. So that one was the window bead. So now we drop down to the, and then this is another thing we had in our original because it's the same color even as our turtles. Oh, thank you. Well, they were just taking up space in my garage, so I don't use them anymore, so she could have them. This one has a little bit of extra coating on it here. See, it's a little thick, but that's all right. We can just flip it over and use it this way. So I love those turtles. They're so cute. And then we got the blue ones, I think, in one of the other batches. So I may have to mix and match them or something. Okay, we just got the turtles. Now we're down here to pendant. A pendant? I don't... Oh, it's a leaf. Big green leaf. Not sure what a big green leaf has to do with the sunken treasure, but it's a pretty big green leaf. It's got a little extra something right here. I'm going to have to get that off. we go. All fixed. So that is a really cool leaf. I really like it. But like I said, I don't know what that has to do with sunken treasure. Suppose a leaf could be floating on the top of the ocean. So next is pearls in a 16-inch strand of 8mm shell pearls, coral pink color. These are pretty, aren't they? Oh, I like these a lot. This is a shell pearl is no banging on the pearls, you damage them. Is actually made out of shell instead of just glass or acrylic or something. So these are pretty. I like these. Yeah, the leaf is cool, but I'm not. Oh, his tummy got sunburned. Yeah. So there we go for the pearls. I think those are pretty. And I've been saying all along that they need pearls because hey, it's a sunken treasure. It needs pearls. I also wish they'd found some kind of like ancient charms that look like ancient coins. I think that would have been really cool too. And I'm not even sure I have anything like that myself. I have some that are like Chinese, but I don't think I have any regulars. And now we have spacers, 100 3.2mm steel spacer beads in antique bronze. And these these are ball spacers. I was looking for some this color the other day and I couldn't find them. Now I find them. Or they're in this kit. So now I have some. So there's the spacer beads. And then this is 20-piece 9x5 patterned puffed rectangular spacer beads in antique bronze. This is a pretty bead. It's different. And it's got a pattern on it. That's interesting. Give a little more space between your beads with that shape. Oop, come on, go in there. And lastly, we have Toggle 774, which is 6 sets. That's a little more than normal. It's usually only 4. 6 sets of 15x9 dotted round toggle clasps. So they're just little round ones with little dots on them. Those are cool. The bar is a little different too. I like it. Though, frankly, I used to use toggles all the time, but I don't use them as much as I do anymore because, well, I use them more for earrings. But, or a connector of some kind. So there, that is our Sunken Treasure Companion Bundle number 4, all done there. I think that it's a good bundle. I really like the fact that it has pearls in this one. Exactly, Kimberly. It's really cool, but it's not sunken treasure. I agree. For the leaf, it just. I mean, I can doctor it. We can put some pearls hanging from the front of it, or the turtle, or something like that, to add a little something to it to make it be a little more. A little more oceany. See, we could take one of our turtles here. Come here, baby. And just sort of hang him here to add a little something to our leaf to make it be a little more sunken treasury, but I don't know that I'd want to do that really. But it actually looks sort of cool on there. Okay, where did I put the pendants package? There it is. So I gotta say, I think the thing I like the best in this box are the pearls, number one. And where'd they go? There they are. These guys. I really, really love this color. It's a really pretty color. And who would have thought that this bluish teal color would look so good with the orange? But it does. Bye, Amy. Hope you have a nice day of work. So let's see. We have about a half hour left since I started way early, so we won't hit the hour for a teeny touch yet. I'm thinking of making a bracelet. But what do we want to use in our bracelet? We need a couple of these. I'm going to turn them inwards like so. And then we're going to bead something between. And then, well, we don't need this pendant for sure. I do think I'm going to use these in a necklace with them just pointing down. I think that will look cool. Not sure what I'm going to put with them, but I'm not sure if we want turtles in here or not. They'll take up a lot of space if we put them in there. But we could use two of them. I wouldn't want to just use one because I'd want them to face opposite directions. So like this and this, which would mean we wouldn't put very many other beads in with them because they'd be pretty big sized as it is. Yeah, I agree, Kimberly. It doesn't, you're right, it doesn't seem to fit to me either. So if we do the little turtles in the middle, like so, we are going to have to use some spacers or something to go in between their legs so that they don't. Do we have any, was there chain? Yeah, there it is. In the original package, we had some chain. So what I'm going to do with the chain, I think, is I'm going to double up, and I doubt if this will go through the loops, unfortunately. But here's the end. We'll check. Nope, a little too big. And I don't have any smaller bronze. I have some smaller silver, and I mean it's small, but I'm not going to use it. We're going to use this. We'll use a jump ring to run it through, and then we'll double it up as it goes to the back of your wrist. And we'll have to decide what we want to put in the middle here. Now, because this is going to hit the side of your wrist like this, I'm going to get my bracelet bender and hopefully bend them a little bit without crunching them, because sometimes these metals will break when you bend them. It's bending a little bit, and I don't want it bent a lot, so that might be good. See, it's now got a slight bow in it compared to this one. So since it's going to go on the wrist, I want that slight bow so that it can wrap around your wrist easier and doesn't just stick out when you're wearing it. We've been having massive thunderstorms lately. Yesterday we had a whole bunch, and I was worried that we might lose electricity or the show, and we flickered a few times, but I didn't, or my internet, but we didn't lose it, which was good. So anyway, now we've got the bracelet bent. We know we're going to use some chain to finish it off, to bring it around to the back of your wrist. But now we have to decide what beads we're going to put in. I'm going to make this be a 3-strand bracelet, so I'm going to probably use a few extras so it has a little extra space when we bow it. So now I got to decide what we're going to put in. These are rather pretty. We could I don't want two, just one. These are gorgeous, but I don't think we're going to use these. Not this time anyway. We could use one of their toggle clasps to close for a closure if we want to. Or I could get my dear, sounds like it's raining again. We've been having massive thunderstorms and rain and such. So we'll decide if we're going to use the toggle clasp. I'm not sure, but we just may, because since it's part of the kit here and they've given us 6, we might as well. But I could get a lobster claw out if I want to do that too. What's this one? Oh, this is the chains. Okay, so we've got our little, this looks like almost like a little world, doesn't it? Maybe some, well, where are the bead caps? Will they fit on this bead very well, or are they too big or too small? Oh, those will work good. Put those in there. Around. Come on, you. Stay there. And one of these down towards the back. Oop. A lot more than I need. But we'll put one of these between poor turtle's legs. That's why my side is greener, because of all the rain. Well, luckily, our thunderstorms did come with a ton of rain, because a lot of times, at this time of the year we get dry lightning, and then that sparks off fires, and yay, fun. But so there's that. Now I want another bead. What do you guys think? Another one of the drukes, or an amazonite, or even a pearl on the end here? I'm not sure. We're going to use some of the smaller beads, like the moonstone and the window beads, and maybe even these for on either side, so that we have some. Don't want to use these, they're too big. Where were those other big ones? There they are. And of course, we could just use a smaller bead. We don't have to use bigger beads right here. Come here, you. So, I'm not sure I want another one of these. Let's look at it, see what I think. It would be all right, but it doesn't, how do I want to put it? It doesn't make this one feel as special. So I think no to these. I've already got some of these open, so I might as well use the open ones. That's not bad. Okay, I think we'll go with that. The white pearls? Are you meaning these glass rondelles? Or I did have some personal white pearls. Let's see what we've got. What did I do with them? Oh, they're there. I do have some white pearls that I bought. Okie dokie. Here's what we have here. There's our turtles again. And we do have these, or these little guys here. We also have those. Oh, the square ones. I see what you're talking about. Yeah, our little square beads here. No, I think it's too light. It just melts with the turtle too much. It's pretty, but I think it melts in with the turtle too much. If I was gonna, I actually like this size bead here. It works for me here. So this one will work. Though we will probably use some of these like in the outer one. Could maybe even make it the middle one of the outer one. Let's move these up some so they're not close to falling off the edge of my mat here. So I think we'll go with this for our middle strand with our turtles. Come here, you. I obviously spread them too much because this one is too far apart. actually, I have some of the bronze, antique brass, I guess is what it's called, metallic soft flex still here. This actually came out of my book lovers kit, but I'm always going to use soft flex anyway, so you might as well just use what you got. So this will look like, see if the turtle needs a second one here. Nope, that's about perfect. So I think this is going to be our middle piece right here. So I'm probably just going to come on, go on, bead stopper. Go over here. Cut this wire loose. It's way more than I need, but there we go. Okay, so this is going to be our middle strand. And now we need to design the strands that go on either side of this guy. And they can be a little bit longer because I'm going to actually want them to be a little bit longer so that when they come around, they will actually pull a little bit out. So they're not right at. We could hook this guy up right now if we wanted to, because I think I've got him the way I want him. Oh, morning, Deborah. Yeah. I do like these little beads. They're really cute, and they match the turtle actually almost exactly. So we're going to put them, I think, if we're going to do for the the 3 strands, I think we'll put them on either side of the green one, this green with gold flecks one here, because they will match the turtle somewhat. Flip around, you got your porcelain showing there. But so we don't want them right beside it. They'll sort of meld right in, but they'll go really good right there. So I'm going to put them there on our chain here. And I'm thinking some of these little green bicones, we want the little beads now because we're going to be going on either side. So I'm going to put these larger beads back in the bag so they're out of our way. Oops. Sorry. Didn't mean to bang that. I banged the tripod there a little bit. We could use these rectangular brass spacers sort of here where the turtle's at to give it some more definition on either side here. But then we need to fill in between the two. So maybe a little brass spacer on either side of this one. Now I usually put a spacer between each one of my beads. I don't always, because I didn't, of course, on what was it I made the other day? I didn't put spacers between. Oh, well, on this bookmark right here that I made with my softflex stuff, I did not put spacers between the lintels. So I don't always put spacers between, but I like to frequently. But I'm thinking we're going to, I was going to put these next, but I I think I'll put the little green ones down here on our ends, and then maybe the moonstone right here with these. And then again, maybe not. We'll have to see what I decide to do. We've also got these pretty things. Well, let's cut some stuff loose and see what it looks like. How we doing for time? We got about 10 minutes. Oop, not sure we're going to finish up. But we'll. I want a couple of these little green guys, and I'm thinking down here at the end, because that puts them just a little ways away from our green one in the middle there. Now, wonder. I think we may need just a touch more length than, because we wanted a little longer than that one, but I do like that. To add the length, I suppose I could just put a round ball spacer between the two green. Like so. Let's get out a little more wire and see what that looks like and what it's comparable as far as length is concerned. Because we do want it just a touch longer, so it will pull out a little bit when we have it. We don't want them smacking into each other, so to speak. However, we do also have to remember we need the extra length because this loop is up higher than this loop is, the middle loop. If we still need some length, I may decide to cut loose these and put a couple of them go in. There we go. So here is what this little line will look like. And let's see how long it is. It's not long enough because it's about the same length, and being the same length, it's got to go up through this loop here. So like I say, a little bit higher. Come here, you. Whoa, don't drop your flash cutters. That's not good. Okay. Well, if we do it that side, we need one on this side as well, though. Now, let's see if that little bit is going to be, I think it will. I think it will be enough. So now we just need to make another one of these, exactly like this one. And then we'll have to start putting this baby together. Come on. Gotta get all the beads we need out. Now, if I had decided I needed still a little more, I would have put spacers between these little things here. I don't think they need it. Come on, where's your hold? Here we go. Okay, now that we have all the pieces, we just got to start putting it together. So now, like I say, it's going to go like this with the 3 strands. They're all going to hook up to this bracelet piece here. And then there's going to have some chain from either side until we have it. So we need to get some crimp tubes and start crimping this baby together. Thanks, Jenny. So now you could take this and just keep going with it and make it into a really pretty little anklet also. It would make a nice anklet, or even a tiny little bracelet if you were one of those that likes a tiny bracelet. See how that would be pretty? Hey, Karen. So let's get some crimp tubes out. Unfortunately, we don't have brass, so we will be working with using probably gold, silver. And we'll start putting these babies onto this. Now, if you wanted, you could just make loops and use jump rings to put them on. And it probably would even be easier to do it that way if you wanted to. But it is a personal preference kind of thing. Okay, so get this crimp in here. Come on. Don't bend. There we go. Get my magical crimpers. Got a divot in the middle. Put your 2x2 crimp right in the middle of the divot and squish. And then turn and squish. Keep doing that till your bead is sort of circular. Give it a tug test. It's fine. I'm going to cut the extra wire off right here. Slide her down there. Now, see, you're going to get a little extra length when you put your crimp on too. It is just inevitable because of your wire is going to give you a little extra room there. And there is where our middle is going. So we'll put it on here. And remember this side, as you do it, you have to make sure you have it pulled up. There we go. Though, of course, you can put crimp covers on if you make too big of a loop or leave too much extra wire to take up some of your slack there. That looks about the same. So I pushed it because this is going to give itself some space as we crimp it. Tug and cut the extra. So here is our first little strand on. Now we need to put the second and third on. And cute. Hey, Kathy. Oh, you're welcome, Beth. So next, we're going to put on one of these strands. So we'll just... Now, in this strand, like I say, we're going through this bigger loop here. It's heavier duty, and so it's going to need a slightly larger loop. So that it allows it to move some. And again, this is the first side, so we don't have to worry about getting all the beads in or whatever. Just have to worry about getting our crimp crimped. Tug. Let's see if these little bicones will go through. And hey, no problem. That's cool. Go on. So these are all the way up in there. Flip this back over this way. Okay, you go up here. Okay. I was sort of worried there for a second that it might not be as big as I wanted it to be, but I think it is. So that's good. So we need to put our second side on here. Looks like I have an extra crimp tube out, which is no problem because, hey, I'd rather have an extra than not enough. And when it comes right down to brass tacks, let's face it, I tend to drop stuff. So if I'm going to drop something, it's nice to have an extra one on the desk. Come on, go through. Your buddies went through with no problem. Why are you being difficult? No, I need that wire. Looks like this one doesn't want to go through, so we're going to switch him out since I still have the others sitting here on the desk. Because I do want it to go through just at least a couple of beads, so. You look like you have a nice, good size hole. In case you were wondering, I was just checking to make sure that I had the bow of my my bend in my bracelet piece here going the same direction as the other one. There we go. Go down. A little bit more. Okay, gotta tighten this baby up here, or crimp it, I should say. Put that in, squeeze, turn it, squeeze again. There we go. And cut our excess wire. Now, there we go. So far it's gonna sit here like so. Now we'll put our third row on, and then it's the chain and the clasp. So it's just about perfect. It's the way I wanted it, with it bowing out just a little bit so it's not banging into the other row. Hey, Janice. So now we got our last piece to put on as far as the beads are concerned. Then we'll put our chain on. So this, of course, is exactly the same as the other one. We're just going to the opposite side. Now, before I crimp this one, even though I don't have to worry about it, I'm going to worry about right here, because if I need to change out any more of these little tiny beads, now is the time to do it before I get it crimped and have to redo the whole thing. But you don't really, if you can't go through a bead, that's fine. You can always, wow, you're being stubborn too. Maybe it's a good thing I checked. There we go. If you can't go through a bead, you can always cut your wire exactly at your crimp. But it's always nice if you can go through a bead or two. So let's get this up here and get it crimped, and we'll wiggle that bead up here. See if we got it about the same. Looks pretty good. Now, I didn't get the crimp exactly in the center. See how it's got two corners here, but this one only has one little tiny one. It didn't get it over there. So what I need to do is go back in and crimp again, and then we'll turn it. This crimp probably won't be perfectly circular. It's going to look like crud, sort of. But if you work it, unless you have a weak crimp, which rarely happens, but every once in a while it does, you can usually get it to behave relatively well. Doesn't want to. It's getting quinkled. Come on. Oh, there we go. That's better. Okay, pull. Okay, she's doing all right. So now let's get that bead back on there, because I knocked it off when I was working on that crimp. Go. Okie dokie. Now through our last one. Gonna go in here, baby. There we go. Work her down to where we need her to be. This needs just a teeny bit pulled up. There we go. That should do it. And now we need to get in and crimp this. So in the center, squish. This crimp looks like it has a little edge of something on it right here. So I'm going to see if I can get it to, there, that's better. And then we'll cut the extra wire off. And there we go with our central piece of it. Now we just have to add our chain and our crimps. Oh no, Beth, what's going on? I hope it's not going to give you any real problems. So now what we need to do is discover our length. If we want to, we could switch this to, instead of the toggle, to a lobster claw, so we can always lengthen and shorten this. But see how it's going to sit right here on the edge of your wrist here, with all the pretties up on top and our chandelier piece down the side. So now we want to get a ring, and I'm going to get a big one because I want the chain to slide through with no problem. And I really only needed two, but we need to know how much chain we're going to need. So this little piece is not quite 5 inches. So we need it to go up to about, well, with the toggle, we need about 6.5. So we need about a little over 1 inch of chain, I think, on either side. So I'll cut about, I don't know, 2.5 inches, I think. And on this instance, I'm not worried about exact chain lengths. So I'm just going to cut a few pieces loose. And this is our chains baggie, and it came out of the original. So we can pop it back up in there. Now what we need to do is to take our chain, and we're going to open up a link. And I've got big ones out rather than mediums because we want our chain to be able to slip through it. So we're going to put these on the ends here. like so. Now what's going to happen is your chain is going to slide through here and double to down here, like so. Come on, baby. Well, if I get hold of my chain, come on. So then it'll look like so. And then we're going to get some, I'm going to get some medium rather than the larger ones to hook our toggle clasp on. Thanks, Jenny. Thanks, Beth. So we're going to get, this is our medium size here. I think it should be big enough. If it's not, we will switch it over to the large one. And like I say, ordinarily for something like this, I'd put in a lobster claw, but they gave us toggles, so we're going to use them. So we'll open up our jump ring here, go through the bottom 2 links, wants to argue with me, and then put one of your toggle pieces on. Do that with the same with the other side. So now why I doubled the chain was because I thought that it needed a little more oomph for the bracelet, because let's face it, the bracelet is got, with the 3 strands, is pretty thick, and with just a single strand of this chain, it's not very thick, and you need the extra sizing. Now, if I'd wanted to use a larger size of chain, I wouldn't necessarily have doubled it up. And there are times I hate toggles. I wanted to put it on, but I can't get it to go on. So, but it would be like so. But there we go. She's all done. Let's put her on the sizer, see how large it ended up being. I think it's probably a little larger than 7 inches. It's probably closer to 7 1/4 or 7 1/2. We'll see. Down you go, baby. Yeah, see, it's about 7 1/2 where the toggle is at. So there she is, all finished. Now, if you wanted it to be a shorter size, obviously you just use less chain. Simple as that. Very simple fix to make it be a smaller, but I've got this on backwards because it's got the bumpy side the wrong way. So let's twist it somewhere. There we go. So there's our bracelet all done. I'm going to undo it because it's with the toggle clasp, it's sort of hard to see that it's 3 strands and pretty like that. So there we go, that's done. And I think it turned out really pretty. And I think even with the extra 10 minutes, I added another 20, I think. So and so I thank everybody who stuck around with me. I'm going to flip back up now. So, thank you. I appreciate everybody. Thank you very much. So anyway, here is our finished bracelet. Like I said, I bent the bars a little bit. If you can see how it's just got a teeny bit of bend right in that. And so it will fit around your wrist easier. So, like so. I think it turned out pretty. And I obviously you guys do too, because I saw a lot of compliments go past, and I appreciate that a lot. So anyway, we're going to end it for today because obviously we're over time. But then, hey, that seems to be what I tend to do. So thanks everybody for sticking around with me, and we'll see you tomorrow. Bye-bye.